Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Just about anywhere.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A treasure chest. Oh, I can hardly wait to open it.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Perhaps a short rest would do us good.
Very well. I shall go on ahead.
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist. I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like
We fight!
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Bats arisen.
Let us leave them be. Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
Pray speak up should you notice aught amiss.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment. I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Take this. It is something I found. I wanted you to have it. Unless my eyes deceive me, there's something down there. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. The day grows dark when our elders stand. I'll go and open the chest.
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist. There's something down there. Is it safe to descend?
At any rate, how curious that none of our party are archers by vocation.
My curative magics are at your disposal.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go. To tie my boots. Master, if you're carrying around anything you don't need, there's no time like the present to rid yourself of it.
If you feel overburdened, mayhap I could carry some things for you.
blood gives me trouble, their taste of steel. As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
What fell magics have brought these decrepit bones to life?
Such fiends quail before holy one. I will protect you. Let my magic grant you mental wisdom. You truly are formidable, Arisen. Dare I say it?
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Putting that aside, ought we not add an archer to our ranks?
Indeed. I admire the deft skill with which they hit their marks.
A flawless execution.
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
The Arisen has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames! My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well. Nicely done.
Better be a service.
Splendid.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Let us see what you're made of! I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the cricket.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
The risen has gone up in flames before my very eyes!
What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I've a feeling 'twill be worth the climb. Methinks I can make it over there. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. My magics are yours to command, should you require the skills of a mage. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby.
Eyes peeled, and watch your backs.
As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
You've given me much to think about. A treasure chest. Oh, I can hardly wait to open it.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Skeletons, master.
I doubt I can be any use against it.
These will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. We've been traveling together for some time now, haven't we?
Well, would that we could continue our journey together forevermore. But a time may come when we must part.
What's this? We're trapped. Fine! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Pray, be of your God.
Too fast!
You have my protection. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
the timber.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
Fear not. What's that sound? Fall back!
You have my gratitude, sir. It would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well. Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now, the road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
Pray slow your feet!
There ought not to be water here. I have an ill feeling about this.
Another battle so soon! We only just pulled through the last one.
I shan't let it happen. I grant you roaring flame.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir. Like that, you'll have a study for that. Victory!
Surely I'm overdue.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Master, you appear to be carrying... rather a lot. Perhaps you ought to set a few things down?
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
Must hold out. Someone...
Just imagine the coin we'd gain from selling this.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so! She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
Take this. 'Tis...
I've brought you a gift. Will you accept it? Use a bit of peace and quiet.
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
I hope the weather holds.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your
Always a pleasure.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
I'll need to replenish my soul.
Not where in the world, just as it should be.
Well met, son. How might I be of...
Good day, sir.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I've been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
The hours seem to fly when I'm... I hope the weather holds.
Fancy a look at my wares? I'm in fine fettle today. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
The world could use more places like this.
I could use a bit of peace and quiet.
Oh, a ferry stone. With that in hand, we can leap from one end of the kingdom to another in a trice.
'Tis not an item to be squandered.
Good day to you.
Meaning for I'm too tired?
The rules at your neck. Be ready to give the signal.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word.
Do come again.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master?
What is the meaning of this, Arisen?
Maybe I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
Greetings. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to voc. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Always a pleasure.
Would you mind coming over here?
Say, you've got a decent arm on you. No need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own 2 eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight like you do. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you give me a chance? And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior? I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your judgment. Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see what he can teach me.
'Tis this way.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Here we are.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
It seems we must have entered to Trevo Mine. I believe it lies to the northwest of Vernworth. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Over here, if you please.
Mayhap I ought to ask around.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'Twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
Off we go then. So long as we're on the move, we'll get to the bottom of things sooner or later.
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
Wonderful.
Would you mind coming over here?
Ain't no sense thinking too far ahead, anyhow. A chest? What harm could there be in having a pick?
It seems I've collected a few too many things. Perhaps I ought to be more selective in future.
Oh, I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Over here, if you please.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
What I look forward to most in my journeys is swapping tales of our adventures upon my return.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Lots to be taken care of.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair.
The Goblin's Lair. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. Bring me peace of mind to know someone to...
You seem in fine spirits.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow. What should I get up to today?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you?
Say, weren't we tasked with another errand that sent us somewhere near here?
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map. Please dispense with the formalities. They exhaust me so.
I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, a pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the arisen.
How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Welcome, goods. Should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. That suits you very well, I must say.